Heartland Harry. Today we're at Newcastle Island. There's tons to explore, from a mini little lake on this tiny little island to albino raccoons, which I doubt we'll see, but we'll go over the history on that. Even to a murder. Yeah, apparently this island's haunted, so why don't we go have a tour? I'll show you guys around. All right, make sure the boat is away from the tide line. I think that'll do. I might even tie it to that just in case. Just a hike up the embankment and through a few little trails. We're at our first stop, and this is what's called Tyne Point. I've actually never been here. I have walked around this island lots, but don't recall this spot. It's beautiful.
It's all the same, like some things never change. I couldn't stop and say no. It's all the same, but you won't take the blame, even when you are blowing up.
I have come here thousands of times on this island, and I've never seen one of those albino raccoons. I just seen one running along the beach. Oh, I wish I had a better camera. There he goes. Where is he? That's literally the first time I've seen one of those albino raccoons, and I actually was holding a camera, but I don't think it picked it up. I'll have to check later on the footage. What I'm going to do is leave the camera here for a few minutes, go hide in the woods, and maybe he'll come back out. No, it's not very scenic, but in the middle of literally nowhere, just off the trail, I found this. Looks like there's another trail there, but it doesn't go anywhere. Kind of random, but kind of cool. Thought I'd share. Walking along the trail here, you run into this map. So this is fairly new. Obviously, it's for the tourists. So we'll just show you where we started. Right around here, there's that little beach. Tyne Point, we went there already and I explained that. Came down here. The mine shaft, which I'm assuming is the bathroom. We are here. Want to check out Mallard Lake and work my way over to Kanaka Bay. There is a story about that I'll share. It's very interesting, and it's kind of a history of Nanaimo. Plus it explains why this island is apparently haunted. I've known about the story my entire life. It's a bit of the history behind Nanaimo and Newcastle Island. It's definitely very creepy. Yeah, they say that this island is haunted because of this story. And now that I'm thinking about it, I've never been on this island by myself, going through the woods and on this hike, so I think I'm just getting in my own head and creeping myself out. Hopefully I don't see some ghosts or Sam Squinch. Actually, Sam Squinch would be pretty cool to see. As I walk through here, it's like the trees are creaking, you can hear birds. It's very eerie. Hear that? I don't know if the mic can pick. hear that? I don't know if the mic can pick up the trees creaking. Super creepy. So I'm gonna keep moving because I'm getting kind of creeped out. We've arrived at the lake. I forgot how big it is, considering how small this island is. This lake is a fair size. Let's try and find our way down to it now. It's not the most scenic spot. I'm gonna keep going down the trail, trying to find a better spot to show you guys. The main trail will go to Kanaka Bay. I think we'll sit there and have a beer, maybe read the story, or not, maybe just voice over it. It is a short story, but I don't know. I'll have to feel it out. I just seen something in the woods over here. I think it's, well, I don't know if it's a sand squinch or another human. Hello? Hello? Isn't this how people die in the movies? You go towards the creepy sound. Hello? Hello? That's creepy. Yeah, I walked towards the creepy noise. To be honest, it looked like humans, people. So I thought I was gonna go say hi to them, but they don't appear to be there anymore. Ooh, so creepy. Honestly, I'm not joking about that. I legitimately thought I seen somebody, so maybe I scared them and they didn't want to say something. I don't know. Once again, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, look at this one's not so random. It's on like the main trail. How thoughtful of them. Look at this. You can poop with a semi-view of the lake. Super thoughtful. So just from the outhouse, little walking trail down to the lake. So far, this seems to be the best view. Don't fall, Harry. Don't fall. Oh, God. It says Kanaka Bay, but it's actually that way. Back to the map here. Here we are, Mallard Lake. We're gonna go down this way, all the way to Kanaka Bay. All right, another update. I'm about halfway to Kanaka Bay. And at least the trail is like a light hike, more of a walking trail. There are parts of it that were hard, but especially the way I came in. Do not recommend that. It was quite the climb up there. I know it doesn't look like on camera, but it was pretty steep. Anyways, thought to give you an update. Am I still creeped out? Yeah, not anymore. See, I did it again. I scared myself. Damn little bird flying out of the bush because I scared it. It scared me. Like I said, just creepy because I'm by myself. I'm a big baby. This is Kanaka Bay. We made it. Let's have a look around. Well, I was going to read my own story or voice it over, but there is a cool plaque here that basically gives the lump of the story. I'll go into further detail. Like I said, either on voiceover or sitting down having a beer. We'll share a little story. Ghost of Newcastle, Kanaka Bay, Peter Kakua, was a Kanaka or Hawaiian islander who was probably brought to Nanaimo by the Hudson Bay Company in 1869. He was found guilty of murdering 4 persons and sentenced to be hanged. He spent the last night in the Nanaimo Bastion. His body was buried here in an unmarked grave. Now, if you don't think that's creepy, I don't know what is. Well guys, I think I'm gonna take a break here. Sun's out. There's like no wind. I think I'm gonna have a beer and take it easy. Maybe share this story with you, like the story that I actually printed off the internet. It's the full detailed one. Maybe we'll go into that. Cheers, guys. All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna attempt to read it to you. You guys just keep an eye behind me just in case, you know, the ghost comes. Here we go. The story of Kanaka Pete. In 1860, Kanaka Pete, real name Peter Kakua, was a Hawaiian coal miner living in Nanaimo. His story goes to tell that after a late night of drinking, he came to find his wife committing adultery with her father. Wow. In a fit of rage, he went after his wife, murdering her along with their baby, her mother, and her father with an axe. He attempted to escape to Vancouver by canoe, but was captured. When spending the night on Newcastle Island, he was promised a fair trial, but one never happened. He was hung at the gallows point on Protection Island, after being held in jail in the Bastion. He vowed to return and shouted, "Vengeance will be mine." Neither the Europeans or the First Nations wanted to bury him on his land. So he's laid to rest in an unmarked grave on Newcastle Island in what's known now as Kanaka Bay. He apparently haunts the east side of the island, and some have gone to say he's responsible for a mining disaster on the island in 1887 that killed 150 people. Some also say they've heard him scream and chopping sounds late at night in the forest of Newcastle Island. That's creepy, super creepy. There are also stories of people disappearing after going to the far side of the island at night. It's no wonder that camping is prohibited on that side of the island. I did mention that in a video that I did a few months ago about not being able to camp on this side of the island. I didn't know it's because of that. Now I just gotta walk back through the forest by myself to my boat. Yay. Maybe I shouldn't have read this. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my beer and probably leave. Alright guys, now that I read the story, had my beer, said hi to Kanaka Pete, sort of. Hi, again. We're gonna go on down the trail to the main part of the island where everybody goes. Okay, so I just ran into a couple with 2 dogs. That's totally what I heard earlier. They said they heard me and see me, but their dogs are aggressive. They didn't want me to approach them, and they didn't want to be filmed. So I knew I was being a little bit crazy. Oh, thank God, I feel a lot better now. Anyways, we're probably about halfway to the main grounds where the docks and bathrooms and everything are. So just give me a minute, bear with me. I'll be there in your time about 3 seconds. All right guys, that was a quick 3 seconds. We're back in the main area. You can actually see somebody mowing the lawn over there. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. So they're prepping it for this summer. Oh, look at that. People are camping here right now. So there's a lot of community camping grounds. Is community the word that I'm looking for? group campground, sorry. So you can see here some tents. See, very provincial campground-ish. Garbage cans, water system, very nice outhouse. And like he showed you earlier, somebody mowing the lawn. And the scenery from this side is amazing. That is another island called Protection Island. And during low tide, you can walk across to that island. These guys over here, they're cool. These are like common areas. When I was a kid, they used to have like fire pits in them and charcoal barbecues and whatever you could want. I don't know what it's like now. Let's go have a look. We got a big fire pit right by the picnic tables. And then check this bad boy out. Way better than what we used to have when I was a kid. Huge barbecue pit. Wow, looking over the ocean. They actually used to be inside of these structures, but for obvious safety reasons, they don't do that anymore. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. As kids, this was a chimney to a grill right inside of the structure. So I used to come here in the winter times to catch crab and just cook them on the fire. Right behind me here is the Nanaimo Harbour. So this is where planes come in. This is like right by the downtown core. Well, like seaplanes, not like the actual main airport. And then the docks are over this way with some beautiful beaches, play areas, Protection Island. A little bit more history on this place. Pulp stones. They used to make pulp stones here. I'll give you a little bit of B-roll on this plaque, and then I'll show you the quarry.
So you know what this is all about?
No, please explain it. I am vlogging you, yes.
Well, anyway, this is the old pulpstone quarry. So all these stones here came out of there and were shipped all over the UK and North America to grind up pulp for paper or corn or flour.
Neat. And they obviously still don't do it now.
No, and then in, I don't know, something like the 30s.
There's a lot of history on this island.
A lot. There's another quarry, if you want to see it on the other side.
Okay.
It's on the Channel Trail, and
Perfect.
that's where they both took the building blocks out.
Yep.
Keep going down that side. There's the herring saltery and the old shipyard.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
If you go down the center trail, you end up running into the air shafts for the old mines.
Yep.
So if you haven't seen that, right, nobody notices this, but if you turn around, there's the old power station to run the air, like, so there's the old foundation of that.
Right. Well, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate taking the time to tell me that. I'm going to explore here. Thanks again, man.
No worries. Have a great day.
You too. Might be a little hard to make out on video, guys, but this big piece of metal is actually like a huge coring bit. Massive, like 4 or 5 foot coring bit. That's insane. This is obviously some sort of drill shack here. Whew. Whew. Wow, okay. I'm gonna take a minute to have another step 2. It's been a long day, been a lot of hiking. I'm definitely not in the best of shape for this. I definitely thought this was gonna take me half the time that it has. And there's definitely a lot more history that I didn't even know. So if you guys want me to do another video that's more in depth on this island, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see if I can reach out to these people here and see if they'll give me more of a historical background on the place. So just give me a minute to have this, and we'll be on our way back to the boat. All right, let's make our way back to the boat, because this is going to take me about an hour and it's already 4 o'clock, so I don't want to be here too much longer. So I'm probably not going to stop and do too much sightseeing from here on out. Okay, maybe I lied. I want to show you guys this. This is the shoreline trail. I'm going to walk along the whole shore all the way back to my boat. It's a little bit longer, but I will take some shots of it. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go. I gotta stop doing this. It's gonna take me forever to get back to my boat. Okay, I lied. Definitely lied. There's just so much to show you guys. I get excited. So I was way up there. The trail comes down this way back to this beach. This is called Mark Bay. Another awesome spot to come to. It literally gets sunlight like from morning till dark. Great for sun tanning. Okay, but seriously, I have to go. I'm never gonna get back at this point. Woo! Oh. Oh, am I ever glad to see this thing. Wow, that took a while. See, I'm glad I pulled up the boat. It came up quite a bit. Anyways, guys, that about does it for this one. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate all the support.